Hi, everybody. Welcome to week 6 of our English 1020 online course. We're really getting into our iSearch papers, and I can see that many of you have already posted your iSearch intros and given each other feedback, and that is so awesome. Air 5. This week, not only are we working on the intros to your iSearch, which should feel narrative in nature. So again, as we talked about last week, the iSearch is not a research paper in the formal sense. The iSearch is you telling the story of your research process. And that's key. That means that you can use narrative devices like first person, tell the story of how you are going about this research process, okay? If you have more questions about that or you want to talk to me about it, feel free to email or stop by office hours. The other thing we're going to talk about this week is we're going to start introducing strategies for secondary research. And you'll see in the little vids that are posted this week, there's a lot of tips and tricks, including one really important evaluative process called the CRAP test. And we're going to be using the CRAP test this week on a popular source of your choosing. And if you don't know what a popular source is, check out the videos that are posted this week because there's an explanation of what the difference is between a popular and a scholarly source. Or you could just remember back to when you walked through Research 101. Do you remember that interactive website that I had you guys work through? That also describes the differences between a popular and scholarly source. So if you need to review that, go ahead and do it. Okay, I'm going to stop chit-chatting away here and get into our Canvas view so we can talk through your assignments. Okay. Here we are in week 6, and just to give like the 20,000 foot view, you have your iSearch intros, which are due by midnight tonight to post and give feedback to some of your classmates. So make sure you do that today if you haven't already. I know a lot of you have. DJ number 6 is due on Sunday, and I'll talk about the readings that you'll be addressing in the digital journal this week, as well as Project Builder 5, CRAP test for one popular source. So that means going through the CRAP test. I talk about it in the mini lesson video. And answering all of the prompts for each of the letters. So C, as you'll know when you watch the mini lesson video, means currency, relevance, accuracy, authority, etc. Okay. So let's look at this week's activities. We're continuing on the inquiry process. And if you feel like you missed a beat, you are doing research into the topic that your research question from last week was about. So this week, what we're doing is, remember last week we came up with a bunch of different research questions. You guys got feedback from your peer mentors, from each other. And at this point, you should have narrowed down to a research question. Now, will the research question be shaped and adjusted as you go through this process? It will. But you should start with one research question. And the work that we do for the next couple of weeks is going to be searching out sources, finding, evaluating those sources, and then using them to put together some working knowledge on your research question. So everything we do today is going to continue to search and evaluate sources for that research question. So if you haven't narrowed down to a single research question yet, you should absolutely do it. But you should have by this point. All right, in terms of things to watch, your week 6 instructor video, which you're doing right now, Air 5. Your research strategies part 1 mini lesson. So this is going to be really helpful to getting you through your project builder for this week. So make sure you watch that. Take notes, maybe even. This little vid helps think about information, the nature of information, both digital and scholarly, and it's also incredibly helpful when you're thinking about the types of sources that you will use. In terms of reading, you are already reading each other's intros for the iSearch. We're just getting those drafted because the intro to the iSearch kind of describes where you are at the beginning of your process. So that's why we're doing that this week. Other things that you're reading include the Wayne State Library's English 1020 Research Guide. This is so cool. And you can see here, I have a note, click on Library Resources in Canvas menu at left, which means you go right here to Library Resources, click on it. Oh my gosh, it is a link to the library website. Our amazing and intrepid English liaison librarian, Veronica Bilot, has made it so that just from Canvas, you can click on Library Resources and you get to the 1020 Research Guide site. Isn't it so beautiful? There's lots of videos, ways to message, ask a librarian. You can chat with them, just so helpful. Contact here for Veronica. She's got so many different social media platforms that she's working on. She's got a quick guide to the library homepage. So if you don't really know very much about the library website, definitely check this out. She's got some specific tools to help you with the iSearch project, which is, amazing because librarians are amazing. There's the iSearch guide sheet that you can download and use to help you walk through your sources. There's this whole cheat sheet of power searching tools that will help you narrow down your searches so that they're more precise. There's links to the Writing Center. There's all kinds of how do I begin videos. You'll notice this video that I snagged for our little vid this week, so you could look at it in here. Another good distinction tool to help explain the distinction? I don't know. This is yet another explanation of the differences between secondary and primary sources and types of sources like popular, scholarly. So check that out. There's, again, all kinds of cool, here's the scholarly versus popular video. Lots of cool activities that can help you practice some of these concepts. So, and lots of different databases and types of articles under different disciplinary headings. So there's just so much cool stuff under library resources. And conveniently, this page is part of your reading assignments for this week. So I just kind of showed it all to you. What I want you to do is read all the sections, watch, as many videos as seem useful to you so that you have that to talk about, as well as you guys are going to find a popular source that helps you answer your research question. And we already talked about where you can figure out what's the difference between a popular and scholarly source. So these are all the things you're going to read, and these are the things you're going to try to synthesize in your digital journal this week for that first prompt. In terms of writing this week, you've already posted or are posting by tonight at midnight, your iSearch intros for peer feedback. You've got a project builder, which is to go through the CRAP test and write all the answers out for the popular source you choose. And then you've got DJ number 6. So the week is sort of, my suggested schedule that by the end of the day today-ish, you have watched this video, you've looked at some classmates' iSearch intros, you've given them some good comments according to your higher order concerns, middle order concerns, lower order concerns, and posted a question for them. Then by Friday-ish, you want to have watched your mini lesson video, looked at the library guide site, and gotten started on your digital journal. Make sure you have your popular source chosen so that you can turn in your Project Builder 5 by Sunday. Okay, so I think that's all. I'm going to head back to the full view and we'll close out this video. Okay. 2 quick announcements to close us out today. The first is that you want to use your peer mentors. You did last week. I mean, you had to. It was part of your assignment. But wasn't it helpful? Aren't your peer mentors awesome? Make sure you're taking advantage of their support for you. Email them. Go to their office hours. Make use of the WhatsApp chat to get questions answered and to just, if you need a little support or a little check-in, you can talk to your peer mentors. They are here for you. The other announcement is that I appreciate your patience as I work through your Project 1s. I'm going through them, albeit very slowly, and I apologize for that. Recently, my grandma has been in hospice care, so my family is kind of going through a tricky, tough time caring for her, and I've been pitching in a little bit. So I appreciate even more patience as I work slowly through those projects. It's likely going to take me a little bit longer than it usually would because of my family circumstances right now. So I appreciate your understanding and patience. All right, I think that's all I have for you. I hope you guys are having a great day. It's such a moody fall day today. A great day for reading, writing, studying in a cozy setting. I wish cozy settings for all of you. And I will see you in next week's video. Bye, everybody.